Hello, I'm Barry Faulkner, a leader in RealFoundations consulting practice, leading teams focused on transaction and transformation-related projects for our clients. We are very happy today to have one of those clients with us, Susan Gerock, Senior Vice President of Information Technology and Chief Information Officer at Elme Communities. Susan will be sharing her experience working with RealFoundations while leading the organizational transformation from WashREIT to Elme Communities. For those of you that aren't aware, this is one of the more ambitious and successful organizational redesigns that RealFoundations has seen in our 23 years providing professional services to the real estate industry. We also have two RealFoundations practitioners that supported Elme across this initiative. Dominic Collins led both the initial operating model design for Elme as well as their Yardi implementation. Natalie Wilson led the project management office, which coordinated all of the non-technological change across this transformation. With that, I will turn it over to Dominic, Natalie, and Susan.
Thank you, Barry. Susan, Natalie, and I really appreciate your time today. Let's start by having you talk through Elme's decision to transition from a DC-based diversified REIT to a portfolio concentrated on multifamily, and what led you to engage RealFoundations.
Thank you very much, Dominic. Elme had put significant time and effort into researching this business transformation. We have very strong leaders across all of the disciplines in our organization, but at the same time, we wanted to make sure that we had considered all of the aspects about what a transition to multifamily would entail for us and how we would be able to operate that business. We were focused on finding a partner that not only knew technology, but knew real estate strategy so that we would be well prepared to launch our transformation efforts at the same time that we announced our intentions publicly. We were very fortunate to find a partner in RealFoundations who could help us design and confirm our path forward for the transformation.
Thank you, Susan. So Susan, my next question is surrounding Elme's technical transformation. Elme could have chosen any number of ERP solutions to run its new business, but instead chose to engage RealFoundations to help make that decision. Can you describe the significance of going through a full system selection process and how RealFoundations' method helped structure Elme's decision-making?
Absolutely. One of the things that I've always said about this effort was that it is so much more than a technology project, but the technology decisions were a very key part of the foundation for our operating model. We had to get it right. I mean, there wasn't an opportunity for failure. We had many different variables that we had to consider when thinking about the dynamics of flexibility, of time to market, and of course cost, in addition to ensuring that our ERP partner could support our needs as a public company. It was important that we approach this as a very disciplined process to make sure we were all in agreement internally and that our needs and the thoroughness of our vetting options meant that we could feel confident in and own the outcome. For example, we had 31 people within the company focused on this software selection. We had 33 hours of vendor live demos, and then we had 9 hours of follow-up Q&A and then marketing and technology specific discussions. It was something we took very, very seriously, and that dramatic involvement of so many people in the company made sure that we were all on the same page when we came to a decision.
Thank you, Susan. That's a great segue into my last question, which is related to Elme's Yardi implementation. Implementing Yardi had a major impact on Elme's business processes and the people and technology that support that work. Can you share how Elme approached the implementation effort and the role that RealFoundations played?
One of the things we said internally at the beginning of our project was that we must get comfortable with being uncomfortable. We had the rare opportunity to build something from the ground up and do it in a way that was going to be best for our residents and our team members. We called our entire transformation project Project Reimagine, because we wanted everyone in our company to think of new ways of working and doing their jobs. We knew we needed assistance to implement Yardi and related ancillary products, as well as design and incorporate the policies and procedures for our new organization. RealFoundations helped us ensure we were getting the most out of our investment by providing software and industry expertise to guide our implementation process, as well as our 10-month rollout plan.
That's great, Susan. Thank you again for your time. Let's transition to Natalie Wilson, who was the project management office lead on this project for RealFoundations.
Thank you, Dominic. Susan, you touched on the fact that although you just underwent a significant technology deployment, that it wasn't just about technology. Elme underwent changes in almost every aspect of your business to support this transformation to multifamily. I'd love to hear more about it. I mean, you assumed property management, you assumed leasing of your properties from your third-party operators. You had initiatives focused on property onboarding, recruiting, rebranding. You created all new policies and procedures to reflect your multifamily business, and that's just a few of them. Can you talk about the nature of all those changes and how Elme really organized and managed all of those with a program management office?
Yes, Natalie. We knew a project of this magnitude required a solid structure, good change management, and a great communication plan. With 8 separate work streams, inclusive of the ones that you outlined, we couldn't risk any kind of misalignment or misunderstanding of our goals and deadlines. We needed to put methods in place to ensure that all of our teams were working together and our stakeholders were well informed. For example, decisions we were making on our property onboarding schedule touched every other work stream. By putting a good PMO in place with the help of RealFoundations, we were able to keep the trains running on the track and running on time.
Thank you. Susan, tell us more about the further enhancements you have envisioned for your design future state and what benefits may you already be experiencing.
One of the great benefits we're already experiencing, Natalie, is having access to all of the data in the systems. And one of my favorite meetings every week is when we focus on our business intelligence platform and data science, and we're talking through all of the insights that we now have into our portfolio, not only for day-to-day operational capabilities, but also for future decision making. We've really been able to democratize the data, meaning that everyone from our senior executive team to our community team members are able to access the data and take action on the information that they see. That's been a huge shift for us. Another really pleasant surprise for us has been the implementation of Yardi's Maintenance IQ. Our service teams absolutely love it. Previously, they had been using up to 5 different applications for things like resident work orders, preventive maintenance, turns, and it was very inefficient and clunky. Quite often, they didn't even have access to those apps on their mobile devices. Now that we've given them Maintenance IQ and given them all those capabilities in one place, also allowing them to be mobile, they're able to respond to our residents' needs much more efficiently and effectively, and they love it. That's one of the things that brings them the greatest pleasure in their job. So it really makes us feel good that we have been able to enhance their work so dramatically. Certainly for us, one of the things we're incredibly excited about going forward are those handoffs between technology and human capabilities in serving our residents. It's one of those things where we know there are so many new products and services coming out in the multifamily space, and being able to take advantage of that to really make the living experience with Elme that much better is incredibly exciting for us, and we really look forward to putting a number of those things in place over the next year. Finally, we always remember every day that these are people's homes, and our primary job is to make their time living with us to be the most pleasant and seamless experience possible. And that's what this transformation is allowing us to do, and we're really excited about it.
Well, Susan, thank you so much. Those are some real exciting opportunities for Elme. Thank you for sharing those with us. I'll turn it back over to Barry now for some final comments.
Susan, Real Foundations would like to thank you for sharing your experiences across Elme Community's evolution. We have truly appreciated our partnership with you and your team across this project and wish Elme Communities all the success going forward.
Thank you, Barry. It's my pleasure.